Greetings everybody and welcome to Madrid Ball. I hope you're safe and sound. Our favorite competition is back, Madridistas, as we look forward to another season-defining game. We're all excited to see how the tie is going to pan out, and many of us are going to this tie with a number of questions in our mind. How are we going to play? What tactics will Real Madrid implement to get a positive result away from home? What is going to be the team selection, and how will Real Madrid cope up with the intensity of the European champions? These are a few questions that we all have at the moment, and contemplating on these lines, some are optimistic. Some believe that Real Madrid will turn up on the big Champions League night, just like they have done so many times in the past. And on the contrary, there are also some who are keeping the expectations low considering the recent form of the Los Blancos. So certainly the tension is high. We all have a mix of confidence and nervousness going into the tie. A good result here will be a giant step forward in the quest of getting our hands on the UCL trophy, which has eluded the Los Blancos for the past 4 years. Or possibly, can we see Real Madrid have a cautious approach away from home, with the intention of having another magical night in front of the home support at the Bernabeu. So in this video, we'll do the match preview of Chelsea versus Real Madrid. We'll go through the pre-match thoughts of the game, and we'll end this video by doing the match predictions. So come on, let's get started. And firstly, we start by having a look at the opposition. Chelsea are a team which have performed decently well this season. They haven't hit the highs that we witnessed in the previous campaign. You can say it was largely due to Thomas Tuchel not having the presence of Ben Chilwell and Reece James for a number of matches, but despite the absentees, Tuchel has still done a good job to circumnavigate the problems. There have also been some off-the-field issues with the ownership and the sanctions, but Chelsea's performances haven't been affected greatly during the spell of uncertainty. They were on a 6-game winning streak before the match against Brentford, but the collapse that happened in the weekend certainly caught everyone by surprise. It was a game of two halves. In the first, it looked like the match was going towards a goalless draw, but in the second, things got absolutely berserk. It all started with Antonio Rudiger scoring a ridiculous goal from distance, but after the goal, Chelsea looked to have completely lost their footing. Brentford kept attacking the Blues, and they came up with a swift response. The centre-back pairing of Thiago Silva and Antonio Rudiger were making some rookie mistakes. They looked positionally out of shape, and it didn't take much time for the opposition to capitalise on the shortcomings of the Blues. So definitely, that was a result which not many saw coming. It looked like a one-off debacle, but now the question is, how quickly will the players would be able to get the loss out of the system? How would they be feeling psychologically after the loss? And as we have seen in the past, sometimes losses like these tend to deflate the confidence level of teams. So it is quite possible that Real Madrid may find an opportunity to exploit the psychological barrier that Chelsea may be having coming into the first leg. And now if we talk about the tactics, Tuchel has used a 4-man backline with a reasonable amount of efficiency in recent times, but with Reece James back in the side, it is expected that Chelsea would revert to a 3-man defence. A formation of 3-4-2-1 is anticipated. It's likely that Thiago Silva will start in the centre and Rudiger will on the left, but keep an eye on the battle that would be happening on the right. Azpilicueta may be the right centre-back, James may play in the right wing-back position, and here I am expecting the two to work in unison and double down on Vinicius Jr. Also, I'm expecting to see a battle between Mendy and Reece James. Chelsea would be looking to create an overload on the right, and they will try to hit Real Madrid by putting in a number of crosses. Real Madrid, as we have seen, have conceded a few goals from crosses, and Chelsea may also look to use the pace and crossing ability of Reece James to trouble the centre-backs of Real Madrid. In the midfield, two of N'Golo Kante, Jorginho and Kovacic are going to start. We all are well aware of the qualities of Kante. He has been brilliant in the previous meeting between the two sides, and they would be looking to replicate the same. He hasn't been in his best form in 2022, but again, we should expect to feel his vibrant presence in the middle of the park. And finally in attack, Kai Havertz has been the one who has been banging the goals and is preferred ahead of Romelu Lukaku. Christian Pulisic is also expected to start. He didn't play in the previous game due to a jet lag and fatigue after representing his country, but it is likely that he will get the nod ahead of Timo Werner to attack on the left wing, and on the right, Mason Mount will be hoping to secure the final spot in the side. So that's my analysis of the opposition, and let's move forward to hear the pre-match thoughts from the game. Our coach Carlo Ancelotti was still missing due to COVID-19. The assistant also refrained from taking questions, but our Belgian wall Thibaut Courtois turned up for the press conference and shared his thoughts regarding the game. He spoke on his time with Chelsea and the motivation level of the players, but firstly, while previewing the match, Courtois said, "Last year's tie was different. It was in the semi-finals and there were no fans in the stands. This is a new season, it's a different game, and this is the first leg and not the return return match. We're in very good shape and are raring to get out there and play with the right intensity. We'll be giving our all to win the tie. The keeper also spoke about his motivation level being left out of the list of the best goalkeepers in the world. The media has wrongly underrated him a number of times, and Courtois responded to that saying, "I feel like I'm in one of the best moments of my career. I think the goalkeepers are more important nowadays than before, since it's not just about making saves as it also involves participating in the play. Teams that win titles have a good goalkeeper, but I don't need to be told I'm the best. I think with these lists, journalists or ex-footballers don't know what it is like to be a goalkeeper, so I'd rather the prices were decided by former goalkeepers like Cech, Casillas, Van der Sar or Can." Then Courtois was asked to share some thoughts on his past with Chelsea, and he replied, "I spent 4 years here and have nothing but good memories. I won the league twice and 2 domestic cups. My departure wasn't such a good memory, but transfers are always tough. I'm now here with Real Madrid to win the game and to help us through to the semi-finals. That's the important thing today." And lastly, Courtois commented on the criticism that the team has received in recent times and about the controversy surrounding VAR. He said, "We're having a good season and we know that there are still 8 games to go in La Liga. There are always question marks about refereeing decisions regardless of whether the VAR system is in place or not. This is football and things are not always black and white. There's always a grey area, which is where the referee makes his decision. When Valencia were awarded 3 penalties, nobody said anything about it. But when it happens to us, people said that we win games thanks to referees. We struggled in Vigo, but we managed to get the result. We've got some good strikers, and it's perfectly normal that when defenders stick a leg out, that we are awarded penalties." So those were the pre-match thoughts of Thibaut Courtois, and let's conclude this video by doing the match predictions. In goal, there would be the Belgian wall. In the backline, Vasquez got a start ahead of Dani Carvajal in the previous match, but you can be pretty much assured that the Spaniard would return in the starting 11, and he would be accompanied by Eder Militao, David Alaba and Ferland Mendy. In the midfield, this is where we have a few questions regarding the selection of a few personnel and the formation of the team. Will it be a 4-man midfield or will it be KCM? I personally feel that Kroos will be the one to be sacrificed for this game, and that is why I'll predict that Valverde, Modric and Casemiro will form the midfield trio. And lastly, in attack, Vinicius and Benzema are surely going to start, but I am hoping that Rodrigo gets the nod for this one. He's someone who can stretch the opposition on the right flank. His pace can be difficult to cope up with, and that is why I do feel that Rodrigo would be starting on the right wing. So that, as you see, is my predicted lineup, and as for the scoreline predictions, I predict Real Madrid 1, Chelsea 1. And that is all I have here. Do let me know how you're feeling ahead of the game, and what scoreline are you predicting? Write in the comments below. I'll see you soon. Till then, take care. Glory to Madrid, and as always, Ala Madrid.